So let's look at the aftermath of Hurricane Debby. Looks like some of these dead pear tree fell here. Pecans, our plum caught, fell over, broke or something. If it just fell over, maybe we can prune the top up, just stake it up and replant it. But if it broke, there's probably nothing we can do about it besides getting the chainsaw. We got a good 3 or 4 inches of water right here at the end of the wheelchair ramp. And you know, it probably goes to about 2 inches there. This connects to the back swamp here. So, you know, everywhere where the eye can see, it's going like across the yard. And a tree fell, and it was full of, you know, maybe 8 or 10 bananas. So when it dries up a little bit, we're going to probably just cut that off. Those bananas are nowhere near ripe, so this sucks. But we'll cut the top off so it doesn't fall down as soon as we replant it. And it should be about 8 or 10 foot from the end of that wheelchair ramp, and we're probably 5 to 6 inches of water right here. Got a variety of river birch and cottonwood from that big cottonwood tree. Small branches and stuff that have fallen. A little bit bigger cottonwood. We hit probably about 8 to 10 inches of water in a low spot, but now we're getting higher a little bit. We're getting a little bit low again. There's a big old box elder limb that fell. Looks like we have a bunch of stuff that fell here. Looks like a maple tree, maybe some camphor, a lot of grapevines that probably just weighed it down. So that's a big mess. There's a nice camphor here, pretty big one, probably 10, 12 foot long. Definitely can't go all the way in the back there because there's so many briars, and I'm barefooted since I don't have water boots, but I can see the avocado still alive back there, hasn't fallen. I'm in the furthest back area of our property. You know, that's the winter part there. Mosquitoes are swarming me. We got some bits of pine all over the place down. I'm glad the somewhat newly grafted pawpaw up there did not get a limb hitting on a graft and just breaking it or anything. Because I'm sure a good hit from a pine, you know, even something that small, could possibly just break it at the graft line. There's some camphor that kind of fell, still hanging in the little pine tree there, or limb, I should say. Raised wood, or aged wood chip alternative bed number 1 here and 2 over there. And I just went to the back beds, that not all the way in the back where the avocado was, but the other kind of wet zone. And a lot of those beds, you know, the ones with the pomelo and the we had, what was it, a Dunkin' grapefruit or something that had been struggling, something there, mini Tangelo. Those beds, besides that totem bed, are underwater. So that's got me worried if we do not get this water to drain fast enough, if it could cause some major issues. Now, if it drains in the next few days or something, we probably next season are going to try to raise those beds more, because I see that it could be an issue. Sweet potatoes flowering. So while that is a wet area, very shady, oak trees everywhere, it's not usually the wettest area on our property. It's there where that avocado is. But I think it takes time for that back area, you know, multiple rains, too much raining for, you know, days, weeks, months, where we catch that water, you know, just sitting there for months at a time. And this one here, it just caught the water fast, and there's that swamp area, you know, on the beside our property that the neighbors use to kind of retain some of the water to keep their driveway and their home and stuff from flooding. And that got too much water all at once, so it filled up, and now it's spilling up, you know, on like 80% of our property. For the most part, though, I think we got off pretty good. It could have been way worse. We did have a tree like outside of our property on the road kind of hanging over there, or a piece of a tree. And I think they were out there with chainsaws this morning getting them. Even though the weather wasn't that bad yesterday evening, they could have came out. I'm sure emergency crews and stuff have probably been working on things that were way worse. That didn't block the whole highway. It's not stopping, ambulances and fire trucks from entering, or residents from entering or leaving. It was just kind of an inconvenience. I heard that there was an old man that drove his car either into a flooded zone or a retention pond or something yesterday, and 2 men tried to rescue him. I think they had to pull the T-tops or something off of, or sunroof or something off of the car or SUV to get to the man. They performed CPR, but it was too late. He passed away. Amazon delivered yesterday, FedEx delivered yesterday, and I think the Postal Service. So despite this storm, and supposedly 54 or so mile per hour gusts, they still delivered